Welcome to the Manifestation Babe podcast. My name is Catherine Zinkina, and I'm a manifestation expert, master mindset coach, and multiple seven-figure entrepreneur. I'm obsessed with helping you achieve everything that you once thought was impossible. If you're looking to massively up-level your life, your finances, your relationships, your productivity and success, then you have come to the right place. My goal in this podcast is to help you see the infinite potential within yourself to be, do, and have anything that your heart desires. Think of this podcast as your weekly dose of mindset development to help you maximize who you are and where you're going. Leave it to me to provide you with the tools, the resources, the strategies, and teachings that you need to manifest a reality wilder than your wildest dreams. I know we're about to have so much fun together, so thank you so much for pushing play today. And now let's begin. Hello, my gorgeous souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Manifestation Babe podcast. Today, I am going to be talking about a common phenomenon that I used to struggle with myself, and I see that some of you are struggling with as well. I'm going to be talking about why you can manifest everything except for some reason you're having a hard time manifesting actual, physical, tangible cash. So I get these questions often in my inbox, and they look something like this. And I used to struggle with the very same thing. And it's one very simple shift that I made, aside from shifting a lot of beliefs, but it's just the small shift that you can make to help you dismantle this separation between you and money. So I get messages like this. For instance, hey, Catherine, when it comes to manifesting money, I have an easy time manifesting all the discounts and gifts that are definitely worth money, but I can't seem to manifest actual cash, which is what I really want. You see, I'm grateful for all the discounts and all the gifts, but I'm really ready to manifest actual money too. Or for instance, hey, Catherine, I'm so good at manifesting the thing that I want, but sometimes I just want to manifest the money so I can actually go out and enjoy buying the thing myself. Is manifesting money pointless then if I just keep manifesting the thing and bypassing the money? Do I just put my focus and attention on manifesting the things rather than the money? Okay, so let's dive into this. First of all, if you're having this issue, it's not even an issue, because congratulations on recognizing that discounts and gifts should be counted as a manifestation, okay? If you are manifesting gifts and discounts as part of your path of learning how to manifest money, you are doing something right, okay? So don't get too frustrated. I personally count everything when I'm manifesting money. So to me, manifesting is manifesting. And I get this question all the time. I don't know if you've ever taken the time to scroll through my comments where people will ask like, hey, Catherine, I got $1,000 off of this. Do I still count that as $1,000 manifestation? Personally, I do. I know some manifestation teachers will tell you no. For me, I believe that money is money is money is money. Manifesting is manifesting is manifesting is manifesting. Okay? But don't worry, I'm still going to share with you how you can actually manifest the money rather than just the discounts and gifts, okay? Because that shit's cool, but it's not actually going to pay your bills, right? You're not going to send that discount or that gift to your electric company or to your landlord, right? Or to the bank for your mortgage. You got to have the actual physical, tangible cash. So we're going to get into that. But I like to look at it like this. Did I just save $3,000 on my business class ticket to the Maldives with my husband? If so, then yes, congrats. I now see this as having extra $3,000 in my pocket to then choose what I want to do with it. Do I want to apply it to the resort and just have an extra $3,000 to play with when we get to the Maldives, right? Do I want to put in my savings account? Do I want to put it towards rent? Do I want to invest it? Do I just want to hold on to it? Like now I have more money to play with. And so then I say, you know what? Thank you, airlines, for saving me money. And I count this as a a money manifestation? Or did a friend pay for my lunch or maybe send me a beautiful gift basket to my house? I still consider that as manifestation because guess what? My intentions for receiving, right? The very energy of receiving, when you're in the state of receiving, you are a vibrational match to things flowing your way, whether it's money or things or discounts or free lunch or a beautiful gift basket, whatever it is, right? I see this as, wow, my intention for receiving, I've been in a receiving state and it's been heard by the universe. And it's now translating into other ways of me receiving more abundance and prosperity in my life. I'm going to consider that as a win. Or perhaps a common phenomenon of, did I manifest the thing, even though I manifested more money in my life so I can buy the thing myself? Like, let's think of a big example. For instance, let's say that you wanted to manifest like 50 grand for a new car, but you ended up, and this is true story, guys, my grandma is really good at this. Did you win a car at the casino? Have you ever looked at those cars? Have you ever, first of all, been in a casino where they have those cars that are like rotating by a bunch of slot machines and you have an opportunity to win the car via the slot machine? Well, that actually happened to my grandma. She's won 2 cars now. She's won a MacBook Pro, my grandpa's first MacBook Pro before I upgraded him a few years ago, came from a casino. My grandma's first iPad came from a casino. This all comes from slot machines. So I'm not even fucking kidding. This is a real life thing. But like, let's say that, for instance, my grandma wanted to manifest 50 grand in cash, but instead she got a car, right? And she was manifesting the 50 grand in cash for a car, but now she has a car. So she just bypassed the whole thing. In my opinion, I still consider that a manifestation, right? Because now you don't have to go spend money on the thing and you can go buy something else. So now you're like, okay, I got 50 grand. Now I can save it, invest it, spend it. There's more money for me. These are all good things, right? Okay. So these things are cool and all, but how do we get into cash? How do we get into the physical numbers in the bank account? How do we get the checks in the mail, right? Have you ever received a random check in the mail? I used to dream about that. When I first watched The Secret and I saw the scene where they would go open the mailbox and they said, don't expect bills to come in the mailbox, expect checks to come in the mailbox. And I literally, for the life of me, could not figure out how to manifest a check in the mail until it started happening for me. And so, how do we get those checks in the mail? How do we get the raises? How do we get the promotions, the bonuses? Why is it harder for some of us, for many of us, I would say for most of us, to manifest money than it is to manifest the discounts or gifts or things? But here is the thing. Here is the paradox. It is actually not harder. It's actually just as easy. It's actually energetically the exact same. Because the same universal laws of manifestation apply here. That's like saying, for instance, and forgive my weird examples, but this is how my brain works. That's like saying the law of gravity applies differently to an apple than it does an orange, right? No, if you're going to drop an apple and an orange, they're both going to fall. It's not like the apple's not going to float while the orange falls, right? Same universal laws apply. Universal law of gravity, for instance. Or like, let's say that, let's talk about the laws of electricity. That's like saying it's harder or actually easier to plug in let's say a small lamp, like a side table lamp or a salt rock lamp into the wall. That's going to be easier than it is to plug in your refrigerator just because the salt rock lamp is smaller in size and the refrigerator is bigger. No, the amount of effort is exactly the same, right? The same universal laws of electricity flowing through that socket are exactly the same. You have to just plug it in. Doesn't matter if you're plugging in a giant appliance or a small little lamp. So what's going on here, right? If it's just the same, why are we struggling here? It's because you have a belief. Again, it's all about belief systems, you guys. I could talk about belief systems until I turn blue in the face because this is what it comes down to. You have a belief that it's harder to manifest money than all the other stuff, okay? You have just been conditioned. There's conditioning over your entire lifetime that has led you to put money on a pedestal. And I had this. Money was sitting up way up high on the pedestal for me for most of my life, where I saw as everything accessible to me except for money. And I always felt separate from money. And maybe you feel separate from money because you have this and you might be completely unconscious of this, right? So we're talking about unconscious beliefs here that are determining 95% of your reality. Because if you're conscious of it, you can change it. The moment you have an awareness of a belief, it already shifts from that moment, guys. So as you're listening to my podcast for the next couple of weeks, I want you to pay very close attention, because as I start to dismantle a belief, I want you to know that as soon as you resonate with something, we're like, wait a second, I never thought about it that way. I didn't know that I had a belief like that. Whoa. And the moment it's pointed out to you, guess what? It already shifts. It already gets dismantled just from awareness alone. Okay. So it's really cool stuff. But for here, you have a belief that there are different laws and principles that for some reason apply to money. Like the law of attraction applies to a discount differently than it does to money for some reason, right? Because, and it comes down to really the belief that we have that money can only be accessed through certain mediums, like grueling hard work, for instance, or an inheritance, right? Or luck. Right? It just comes from being lucky. Or, and then we talked about this before in a previous episode, like simply stealing it or taking it from others, right? When we have only those mediums in our society, when we don't see money as energy and we only see money as this fixed resource, then of course it can only come through these various mediums. Because there's only so much to go around, right? You either get it from force, or you get it from it being passed down, or you get it from being lucky, right? Or you get it from really just showing how worthy and deserving you are through grueling hard work. And we have created so much separation from money in our society because of how much we've demonized it. And that's what I talked about in the episode, like what we accomplish when we stop demonizing money. Because we accomplish very little while we keep demonizing it. And we essentially created the subconscious barrier between us and money. And so, of course, it's easier for us to manifest everything except for money because you don't have rules. You don't have weird beliefs around a discount or a gift, right? Or the thing that you're manifesting. You don't have the same beliefs about a car as you do about money. And so, of course, it's going to be easier for you to manifest the car than it is to manifest the money to get the car. Because when money's on a pedestal and we feel so separate from it, it feels like a very long distance. We made it inaccessible to us. We made it inaccessible to us through our minds. But here's the funny thing. And the moment you have awareness of this, I promise you things are going to shift for you. It is the same energy and the same universal principles of manifestation for you to manifest a $5 discount on a product as it is for you to manifest $5 in cash. It is also accessing, and this is where you're really going to have to bend your mind a little bit. It is the same energy and the same universal principles of manifestation that you must access to manifest $5 as it is to manifest $5 million. And I'm sure you're probably in some serious disbelief right now as I just said that because you have beliefs about the amount of work that it's going to take, right? You immediately think about how hard you have to work and that, oh my God, now I have to start a business and I have to hire all these people or blah, 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 whatever you think it's going to take to manifest $5 million or, oh man, I have to win it through the lottery, right? A lot of people think that's one of the only ways that big sums of money can come from. Or you might think it will take a lot of time, right? It's going to take me 20 years to manifest $5 million, but $5, I can do that in 5 minutes. Again, this is all in your belief system. Us human beings, we have belief systems to keep us anchored into 3D physical reality, but the gift that God gave us, or the universe or source, or whatever you believe in, the gift that we have is free will. And the gift that we have is the flexibility, the ability to be flexible and to choose what beliefs we want to hold on to. Right? It's part of the game that we play here on Earth. Belief systems become our rules that the universe follows. And so if we change the rules, then the universe follows different rules, right? But our ego, unless we're aware of this, our ego just holds on. And we don't even know that we have these belief systems. So we look at reality and say, no, this is just the truth. This is the way that things are, right? Not understanding that the universe is just working with our belief system and reflecting our belief system. So all the work always lies in your beliefs. The universe can only work with your belief system, never against. And the universe is only reflecting reality according to your vibration. So if you change your belief system, you're automatically going to change your vibration. And again, the start to changing your belief system starts with the awareness. So maybe you already have awareness around this where you're like, holy shit, I've been putting it on a pedestal this whole time. Oh my God, you're so right, Catherine. It is the same energy, right? It's just my belief that it takes a different level of energy in order to attract that money, right? And it all comes down to your belief system, because some of you might not feel worthy of $5 million, but $5, of course you feel worthy of it, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But according to the universe, there's no difference, right? So when you change your vibration, you start to increase your capacity to receive physical, tangible money. You have to start telling yourself it's the exact same and see what shifts for you as a result. Because anything is possible according to the universe, but the universe is always going to work with your belief systems, never against. So what we're going to do on the podcast, which I'm so excited about, is we're going to dive even deeper into money beliefs in the next couple of episodes. So I'm going to do some belief busting manifestation babe style so that you can take and continue to take money off the pedestal, which is preventing you from attracting it into your life. This dismantling that we're going to do together over the next few weeks are going to help you tap into actual cash manifestation, thus turning you into a cash magnet. So PS, I'm also hosting a free workshop called Manifest Money for Good on August 25th. So it's a 3-day workshop to help you dive even deeper into this, which you can sign up for the workshop at manifestationbabe.com/money-for-good. Again, that's manifestationbabe.com/money-for-good. And inside this workshop, you're going to learn even more on how to break every single rule that you've ever learned about money, how to attract money through the principles of energy mastery, and how to unapologetically receive the money that you deserve. Because guess what? Wealth is your birthright. So that you can manifest money for good and for good. So this is actually the last free workshop that I'm going to be doing this year. So for the rest of 2020, this is all we got, guys. So if you are ready to take this manifestation thing seriously, if this is part of your goal for 2020 and you're ready to open up a whole new world for yourself, let's go ahead and dive into it together. And please bring a friend too. It's going to make it way, 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 way more fun. The more of us that are doing this energy shifting work together. So again, that's manifestationbabe.com/money-for-good. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If you absolutely loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on iTunes so that I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't already following me on social media, come soak up the extra inspiration on Instagram by following @manifestationbabe or visiting my website at manifestationbabe.com. I love and adore you so much and can't wait to connect with you in the next episode. In the meantime, go out there and manifest some magic.